All right, some of you are running into trouble entering grades when you copy gradebooks. First, let me just state one more time emphatically, I've said this several times, when you add your gradebooks, starting next year, please add them for the whole year. Doesn't matter if you don't use them, you can delete them if you want, but it doesn't hurt anything if you have gradebooks that you won't be utilizing. If you copy gradebooks from somebody else or from a previous semester, what you need to do when you have that gradebook copied, you want to go into the gradebook and you want to manage it. When you manage it, you're going to manage the dates. That's the big deal, is the dates have to coincide with the trimester. So first you'll go into options and slide over to the right, and these dates have to match the trimester. So for trimester 2, these dates match. And it would seem as if you could add assignments and add grades, but you really can't. You have to go over to your managed students and do the very same thing. So this gradebook was added during trimester 3, but it's for trimester 2. And as you can see, it's got the start date for trimester 3, and it needs to have the start date for trimester 2. So you'll have to change all of the start and end dates. And again, the way to avoid this is just to go ahead and add these gradebooks at the beginning of the school year for the entire school year. And then you won't have to go in and do this. Unfortunately, this is going to have to be done for every single student. The same thing happens when you copy a gradebook from a colleague. If someone in your grade level is going ahead and creating the gradebooks, and you decide during the school year that there's one you would like to begin using, you'll have to check their gradebook dates just to make sure that it can actually be edited with assignments and entering grades. So this is how you copy a gradebook. So you go to copy a gradebook, and let's say I'm going to copy one of my own gradebooks from last trimester. So I would select trimester 1. Actually, I'll select trimester 2 for trimester 3. So we'll go to Language Arts, trimester 1, and you can only do one at a time. You would come down to the bottom and select all that apply to the gradebook. Since it's your gradebook, you probably like how it's set up. I would select all that apply anyway, and then go through the options and just edit the how the options are set up. So you can see it says trimester 2. I'm going to click trimester 3 on here. Removing a term from a gradebook. Okay, we don't want to do that. Cancel. So we'll keep them both on there. So we're going to save. Gradebook display assignments range currently limits which assignments display. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to go into options. I'm going to slide this over, and as you can see, these are the dates from the beginning of the school year to the end of trimester 2. I want it for trimester 3. So I'm actually going to slide this over to February 29th, which was the beginning of the trimester. End date, June 2nd. Now I've changed it for calculate the total grade based on assignments that fall within this date range. Now I also need to do it for display assignments that fall within this date range, so I can actually see these assignments and add scores to them. So go over to February 29th, end date, June 2nd, and I'm set. There is no save button in options, so you should be fine. Then you want to go to manage students, and I want to add my students. So I'm going to add students, all entering students, add all students. I can always go back and pull students out who maybe left during the school year. But once I do this, now you'll notice, because I changed the date, it goes from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year. If it did not, for example, this one, maybe this student came later in the school year, most likely that's the issue. But if it did not, if it had different dates here than the trimester I'm trying to use it for, I have to change these date ranges. So that's basically, in a nutshell, how you copy gradebooks, how you manage the dates so you can actually use the gradebook. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to call me. My extension is 5924, or you can email me at rmacdonald@ewcsd.org. Have a great day.